I can move time.
Very cool.
Time. See, Dor didn't strike me as someone from the South Shore.
Yeah, she grew up in Montreal, born and raised, and then she came here for her master's degree.
Okay.
And then she met me, and then
that was it.
I demanded she stay in this city.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Did you always grow up in Ottawa, Matt? Is that where you were
I was born and raised in Canada, essentially.
Nice.
Yeah.
And my wife and I love the Ottawa area. We've always talked about, moving there one day.
It's awesome. Come on down. Yeah. You're more than welcome.
Come on up, you mean? Or is it down?
Yeah, it's true.
Because I feel like it goes up. Actually, let me check on the map. I don't even know anymore.
I feel like because I drive south on the highway to get to Montreal, so I feel like it's.
But is it really? Is it really? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's almost lateral.
Yeah, come on out.
Come on west.
Yeah,
you're just a little bit. You're just a little bit north.
It's almost lateral.
Yeah, come on. Oh geez, I had deja vu there now.
Me too.
That was my fault. I had Facebook was open and then it was on CRPS and it automatically started to play.
I see.
Oh yeah, I just got the things too.
Where were you born, Kevin, or raised?
Ottawa
as well.
Nice. Yeah, not central Ottawa or
the area.
Metcalfe.
Okay.
So the south, little country spot, no buses. I rode my bike everywhere. When I was 14, I got a job at a golf course, and I would ride my bike 45 minutes at 3:30 in the morning to my job.
Nice. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's good work ethics.
Yeah, well, that's the way my parents taught me.
They brought you up right, man.
Yeah. What did you do at the golf course?
I was a greenskeeper. Greensman. Greenskeeper. So I think I used to start at 5, either 5 or 5:30. I can't remember. So I think I exaggerated my time. I think I left home. Yeah, I think I left home at 4:15.
Wow.
But I was a greenskeeper, so I used to cut. I think I would cut. It was an 18 hole, so I would cut. What is that divided by? I think I cut 4 or 5 holes in the morning, and then so that was from 5 to maybe 8:30, maybe 9. It's about 4 hours, so that makes sense.
Aren't they teeing off by then already? Don't they start early?
Yeah. So the way it would work is I think I used to do hole 1, 2, 4, 1. No, I would do 1, 5. Right. So basically you'd have a greenskeeper on 1, another one on 2 and 3 and 4, and then they would alternate leapfrog so that you would have, because there was 4 greenskeepers. So
I see what you mean. So that when people start teeing off, the first few holes are free.
Yeah. The first 4 holes are already made.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
Probably the first 8 holes are ready.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
All right, stand by for the intro.
All right.
Hey, good evening, friends. It is episode 18. No, episode 18. It is episode 18. Sorry. 18 weeks already. Can you guys believe it?
I lost count. I just say it's another week, another podcast.
Another week, another podcast. Well, thank you guys for sticking it out. Episode 18 today. We just generally hang out, catch up on life, see what I need to bring some guys from BC and other areas in Alberta that they're like back to normal out there. We're almost back to normal out here. The Rimfire Nation podcast is proudly brought to you by testroad.ca. Past episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, and on the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series YouTube channel. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, share, spread the word. Now we go to Testro to see what new stuff they've got. I think after last week's new stuff, it's kind of hard to beat the mega launch of the CRKT. But let's see what he's got.
Oh, you're missing.
They've
There's
got-
an important announcement on the Testro website.
What's
What does it
that?
say?
Ammo.
Oh, ammo. Yeah.
Ammo. I think that's where you should go right away.
I think Rick was getting there. He was warming us up to the SK drop.
SK. But you do realize that this is the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series presented by Ely, right?
Oh,
yes.
And
all you SK guys, it has arrived.
I didn't say anything about SK. I just said he's got ammo.
He's got ammo. What he's got. So on sale is if you guys reload, and most people do reload because reloading is still roughly the same price, but manufactured ammo is not the same price. So he's got some Canadian BDX 9mm 124 grain FMJs for $119, which is a decent price. And for you 223 shooters, 224 69 grain CNR Ls, box 1,000, $567. I can't afford to shoot Ceners, but these are the best in the business.
Is that a 223 bullet?
Yeah, 69 grain.
223.
It says 224.
No,
Yeah.
that's the way it's a 223 bullet. A 223 bore is actually a 224 bullet.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
oversized.
it is. And all the CRKT knives are there. This one I've got the CEO Flipper, but I also saw they've got a bamboo version for $47.99. I'm going to see Asmir next time I'm swinging by when I come back from Toronto, and I told him that I will be stopping to pick up.
Ooh, that seismic looks cool. The seismic dead.
Yeah. That caught my eye as well. There's a couple of these that might end up. And there's this Provoke. He was demoing this last time.
Yes.
The kinematic folder, the karambit. It's pretty cool. I just don't trust myself with a karambit. It's just like a recipe for like my family knows I should not be using knives. There was one time, I'll just digress briefly. One time we had just gone to a water park, and you know how you have those wristbands, right? They got those little plastic wristbands. So I took a knife, kitchen knife, and I was cutting it, and it went like this, right toward my eye. Like, oh man, it's like, what an idiot move. Anyway,
I'm a grown adult, and I just sliced my thumb open last week with a box cutter.
They're dangerous.
Utility knife.
Yeah. Matt, you ever cut yourself badly? Self-inflicted wound?
Yeah, I have. So, well, I mean, I used to collect knives. I have like a million of them. So I've obviously cut myself. Like you have all these different opening and closing mechanisms that you're bound to like, eventually nick yourself. But I've standardized. All I have are my hinders now. So we're all good.
Yeah. We're all good. Yeah. I mean, some knives are razor sharp. Like one of the sharpest knives I ever got out of the box was that Victorinox Alox Pro. The last one I bought, that thing is razor sharp out of the box, man. I couldn't believe how sharp it was. So that's my favorite EDC right now. It's a big honking knife, but it's cool. It's cool. It's got the tassel.
The only knife I've ever actually enjoyed is it's a CRKT knife. I got it on sale at sale, I think, once. That's a tongue twister.
Wait, Kevin. How about your bear knife?
Yeah. No, that's not a pocket knife. That's just a thing. Like a knife that I actually used. It was my we'll say my military knife. It was the one I always had in my pocket when I was in uniform or whatever. It was the CRKT Shenanigan.
Shenanigan.
Yeah,
I gotta look it up.
Let me Google that.
Shenanigan. It's an ugly knife, but it is. It is.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's a Ken Onion.
Yeah, it looks like a Kershaw because it's a Ken Onion.
Yeah.
Ken Onion design.
Yeah. Like the leaks and the. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's.
Hey, so for those listening in, if you have any questions, feel free to post, and we'll do our best to answer them. Yeah. So you guys are heading up to Magneto One. You going too, Kev?
Yep.
Shooting that match.
Yep.
You guys all dialed in?
Oh, I'm always dialed in. I don't.
Yeah, you don't change things like Matt.
No, never.
Today,
I don't.
Today, Thomas, Colin, and I, we were verifying our dope out to 301 yards, and I changed my rifle, my chassis, my ammo, so I need to make sure everything is shooting well. It was good. I mean, I already kind of knew what I was going to use in my Strelok app. I just wanted to confirm it. It was all good. Hey, John.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Nice
John.
shirt.
Rick.
That is a cool shirt. It matches your hairstyle.
Nice hair. That looks good.
Yeah, didn't I
Oh,
see you on Full Metal
That's a good
Jacket?
My good wife really likes when I cut my hair. I like longer hair. So I come on here, and now you guys got to say I'm looking good in this short hair. I don't know.
Yeah, you're looking good, man. You look good, buddy.
But I laugh. Like, I go to town with this on, the looks I get. Like, what's going on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of looks like it when I wear this shirt.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were in Texas, no one would blink an eye, but here in Canada,
Yeah.
it's definitely
Down there
a
and
lot
say,
more.
"Hey, where'd you get that?" That's what you'd get. I want to get that for my wife. That's what you'd get.
Yeah.
No, here. Oh, Carl's got a question, Matt. What rings do you have on the 360?
The rings are the MDT Elites in the high 1.25 inch height, I believe it is.
You can go lower, actually. You got some room there.
I can go lower, but I actually have a new scope base coming. That's gonna be a little bit more aggressive. So I need the space because it'll be canted more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm testing out Go Big Tactical's overnight shipping. There's a new Rimex action on its way to me.
Well, this one was Go Big Tactical overnight shipping, and I was very impressed because it was actually within 24 hours. And
So you ordered Wednesday and you got it Friday?
Thursday and Friday, but yeah.
Oh, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, Thursday, Friday. Like,
I was checking the tracking the entire time because I didn't believe it. I was like, "There's no way it's going to get here in one day," and sure enough, like I think it arrived in Ottawa at like 4 a.m. or something like that, and it was on the delivery truck at 9 a.m. It was pretty impressive.
because my package left, my Rimex action 2 mags left this afternoon from Go Big.
So, Rick, give us the breakdown. Is it a 12-inch twist, or what is it?
No, it's just a bare action. I've got to send it back to IBI for the barrel.
So you're getting it shipped from the West Coast to here, then back to the West Coast, then back here.
Then back to here. Because apparently the way that Tom explained it was there's differences in taxes if you do it this way. If he ships it to BC, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes.
And
Is Ryan
on
a 12 twist on it?
yeah, we're gonna do the 1 and 12 in that one.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have the PVA in 1 and 16, and then we're gonna have the IBI in 1 and 12, and then we're gonna put a March scope on it, and then I'm gonna give it to John G, and he's gonna put it through its paces, right, John?
See,
I'll even-
up with March.
I'll even lend you the long shot target cameras. You ever play with those?
No, I would really enjoy that for long range testing.
Yes.
I think it'd be
So
nice.
I will, if you are interested, I will give you that full setup.
Yeah.
Rick, I still have one of your long shot cameras, so I should probably bring that back to you.
If you're not using it,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
I haven't
Would
had
that
a
interest you,
chance to test
John?
it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
like, as soon as the wheat is off here, then I want to dive into a bunch more
Yeah.
long range stuff. Yeah.
When's that wheat coming off, John?
No, usually end of July, beginning of August.
CRPS needs a match at the Palmerston Ranch.
Yeah, well, I got
There's an
bear
NRS
hunting in
one.
August and an NRS match in August.
Oh man, I see where that cuts me deep, man. That cuts me.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
all right. I get it.
I give you a hug, but it's a few miles.
That's all right.
Rick, what barrel length is that Rimex coming with?
Oh, I don't know. I've got to talk to. Oh, it's whatever Ryan says is the right one for a 1 and 12.
Okay, so a 22 inch,
20.
I'm gonna guess, or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
something
No,
like that.
I think
Whatever.
it's a 21 and 15 sixteenths. I think is what he said. Yeah,
Okay.
15/16 minus.
Which
Yeah, no,
chassis
yeah,
is it
exactly.
going in?
It's going to be ACC
So make sure it's longer
You'll
than
want
20
the
inches.
22. You'll want the 22 inch then.
just to get it out. Just to get
Yeah.
it over there. What if I put a loudinator on it?
Or
I'm
you can
not
put one of
sure
these. You can put one of these tuna cans on it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on them.
On the tuna cans?
Yeah.
Neither
Yeah, I have one and I'm not sold on it either.
I'd rather have a suppressor.
Yeah, but we can't get those. You mean
No,
an
what
oil
if-
filter, Rick? You mean an oil filter, right?
No, we're just gonna get someone to make a tuna can that's a suppressor, and no one's gonna complain. Could you do that? You could do that, right? You could so do that. It's got the micrometer on it and everything. I'm just using subsonics. I'm using those Aguila 60 grain mouse fart loads. No, they call them what is it? The Aguila sniper, right? You ever see that?
Funny.
Super Sniper or something. No, that's the CZ rifle.
No,
Yeah.
the Aguila
the
sniper.
super sniper. Yeah.
Aguila sniper subsonic. Oh, you gotta see this. I gotta share this. Oh, sorry.
It's called chocolate tableta mouse aguila.
No, actually,
No. Is it? Wait, look,
No,
this
something's
this
showing
is-
up as chocolate. Never mind. That's aguila chocolate. Or
look at
aguila-
this. That's a 60 grain bullet.
oh, what the heck?
I know, right?
That thing looks so wrong.
I know.
It looks like someone did a bad Photoshop job.
Look at it. I need someone to give me a picture of a howitzer round.
How would you say it was? It's a 60 grain.
60 grain
60 grand.
subsonic.
It looks like it'd be 100 grain. Like
It's 60 grains.
Wait, what's the velocity rating on that? Is it like
I don't know.
per second or something?
So yeah, I've never shot it. But it's a sniper round, so
That's hilarious. I want to try these just because it looks so funny. Is it available in Canada?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have seen
Oh,
them in Canada
It
already.
says 950.
But if you shoot it in a barrel that's tight and too long, it may or may not come out the end.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's-
why don't
So
we
you-
just buy a cheap Savage and
Yeah, so hey John, why don't we use one of your barrels from last year? I'm sure that
Rick, that's not the 60 grain.
what do you mean?
That's not? What is it?
No,
It
no,
said 60 grain.
no way. The 60 grain looks normal.
Well, what was that then? It said 60 grain on it. I was on the
Ah.
Aguila site. I think you're mistaken. What's up, Dave Tree?
Maybe.
Happy belated birthday to you, sir.
Yes, happy birthday, Dave. Dave was a highlight in some of my video shots from the NRS match.
You just
Really?
liked the shirt, didn't you, Matt? You're envious.
I actually
Yeah,
just,
Dave.
we just got a new Stittsville crew jersey. I'm rocking now.
Hey, Dave. PM me where you got your shirts. I've got a company that's interested, and I'm not sure if you bought them, but let me know because we got our shirts, but these are from far away and not cheap,
No.
but they're good quality. though.
Although I don't know if any shirts are cheap.
Well, that's why I'm looking for Dave's input so I can compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you go custom anything, like it's gonna.
Yeah, maybe
I guess.
Dave, if you can, what was your how many shirts did you buy and what was your price per shirt? I'd be curious.
And if you're afraid to say it publicly, just PM us.
Yeah. But if it's
Smoke-
around
smoke-
$100 a
smoke screen.
shirt,
Oh, smoke screen, lovely.
then that's basically I think I checked like 2-3 different spots and it all
Yeah.
came up to $100 a shirt.
Dave, was it less than $100 a shirt? Just let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
If it was less than yeah, exactly, it's worth
Wait,
it.
John, how much? I know your shirt isn't custom, but how much did you buy that from MDT? How much is that? Like $20?
Oh, okay.
No, so they messed up an order for me and sent. Like I wanted the different mag latch, and they sent the same mag latch I had. So they said, "Oh, they're really good about it." And he said, "Oh, he'll throw in a T-shirt for me."
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I gotta say, they've been really good to deal with. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing I got to say about MDT is their customer service is
it's fantastic. It's
the
legendary.
best.
It's legendary.
It is literally legendary.
No,
And-
it is very good. Like I had some of those the premier rings, and
Yeah.
I full on over torqued the mains,
The cross bolts.
the cross bolts on the screw. Anyway, so like I snapped it, and
Why would you do that?
Negligence on my part. I'm used to like 60-inch pound ring,
60 foot-pounds.
and so that's what my thing was set to. So cracked it. Whatever. And then I
Why
was
would
just
you
like,
need 60-inch pounds?
I cracked these. Can I get new ones? And they're like, can I buy new ones? They're like, yeah, we'll send you 2 just for free. Like, no problem. You know, like
That's awesome. They're good.
Yeah, MDT is
They're
awesome. I message them on Facebook sometimes when I have a quick question, and they get
Hey,
back to
Tony.
me pretty quickly. So
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
yeah, they are.
And just-
And then Matt, is that an ACC in the background there?
You're gonna out him. You're gonna out him right now, John.
I have an ACC. Let's not forget that. I have 3 MDT chassis.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
That's like saying I have an ex-wife.
Yeah, but I did
Well,
I did want to try something different, I will admit. So I went MPA for my Voodoo. Yeah, but you never know. Maybe I hate it so much I'm going to buy an ACC and sell the MPA.
It is good to try different things. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you don't know what you don't know, right?
So, what do you think of the spigot?
I think if your forend is long enough, why the heck do you need a spigot? Is basically my my take on that.
Spigot was so 5 years ago, man.
I think so. What's nice about spigots, if you need it, is that it brings it closer to the bore line. Like if you want to get really low for some reason, but it's not something I need.
Yeah.
But what I do appreciate though is MPA includes the spigot. They don't charge you another $150 like KRG or whatever ridiculous price their spigots are. So I appreciate that MPA.
Did it come with a bag rider?
And
Yeah, and it came with a bag rider and an adjustable mag catch. Whereas KRG, like I like KRG products, don't get me wrong, but they gouge you for all the add-ons because they come with just the chassis, and anything you add on to it is like $100 here, $150 here. So
Well, that's their model, though, right? It's a modular system.
it is. Yeah.
Kind of like MDT.
and you come with the grip too. The
Yes,
MPA.
and it comes with a grip.
Oh, that's nice.
It is more money, but you get the bag
Right.
rider, you get the grip, you get basically you're set up and rolling.
Yep.
No
What's-
extra.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell us what that cost, Matt? If you're not comfortable, that's okay.
So
Just the
let me tell you
chassis.
this: the MPA and the ACC are within $50 apart, or $80 apart now. It's basically negligible because with the
Really?
MDT price bump, they bumped it up to $1,200 for the ACC, and the MPA is like marginally more. Before the ACC was only $1,000 when it first came out.
Yeah.
So that was kind of an easy choice, but with the price so close together, I decided to try the MPA.
And
like
did
John
you
said, it comes
include
with
the
everything.
bag rider and the grip when you were calculating that difference?
No, I didn't actually. So
so it's actually
is
cheaper.
actually more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's more?
The ACC
ACC.
with the grip and bag rider is more.
Oh, because the MPA comes with the grip.
Yeah, the MPA comes with the night hood or night vision hood, the spigot, the grip, the adjustable mag catch, and the bag
It's-
rider. So it comes with
it's
everything you kind
It's
of
called the
want.
WOM. That laser hood is like the WOMFAT edition. It's like,
And,
Yeah.
and
yeah. Hey, how do we get WOMFAT to buy it? We'll just put one of those laser hoods on. He'll buy it.
Sorry,
Kev.
they're pretty slick. I think that's the Matrix, eh?
No, this one's the BA comp.
Oh, the BA
The
comp.
Matrix is substantially more expensive, but the ACC, because it doesn't come with a grip, or at least it didn't used to, it doesn't come with a bag rider, and it doesn't come with the hood if you want the hood. So it is actually more money. John makes a good point.
John.
But that
I still like
actually-
it.
that's $1,300.
Yeah, about. Yep.
Interesting.
Did you look at the Matrix?
I did, but it's like 1,600, I think, or maybe 1,500. Something
It was a
like
price decision.
that. Not really. I don't like the Matrix buttstock. It's very rear heavy, and
Yeah.
it has like this weird thumb hole design, which I'm not a huge fan of.
It's a striking design. I didn't
Yeah.
like it when I first saw it, and I'm not sure I like it now.
I think the Matrix is very sexy.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
don't like the big chunky buttstock. Like it's so
Yeah.
not skeletonized or whatever.
Well, Kevin likes MTRs, right? So he's kind of like
Right.
I like,
He likes
I like
big-
them. I like them.
You like big butts.
You like
big butts.
chunky? You like chunky, Kevin?
I like chunky, man. You know, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. You know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I actually held, I can't remember whose it was, but there was a Remix in the what is it called again? Matrix chassis,
Matrix, yeah.
and it was very rear heavy. So
Okay,
that was definitely a part of my
I
decision.
looking at it, and like as soon as Rick said, "Oh, it's so big, it's gonna be," I never even included him, but that's absolutely right. It has a longer forend though, eh?
Yeah, and it's M-lock, which I really think is good. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Does
So
anyone
what's
do
the
key mod
alternative to
anymore?
No,
What happened to key mod?
Keymod died. Keymod was
key mod accessories.
Keymod was really pushed by the airsoft community, and then M-lock came out, and then everyone's like M-lock's better, and then the U.S. military moved to M-lock, so everything switched to M-lock essentially. Yeah.
So Keymod is actually, if you way back when, Accuracy International has their system, which is rock solid. And Keymod came out same time, but it was not thought out as well. But that's why it looks very similar.
It does look similar.
It's kind of like a copy of the Accuracy International system, but it is definitely inferior. So there's a reason it didn't stay mainstream.
I had a whole bunch of key mod stuff on my AR.
Okay.
Competition AR. Yeah. And it provides no usefulness to me anymore.
Matt, it is interesting what Matt was saying about the MPA, how they've got a proprietary rail system, and it's just absolute like.
So I'll talk about that a bit. So the BA comp, these holes in the side of it, it's not M-lock, but you can attach things to it, but it has to be MPA specific.
Yeah.
But the Matrix, if you pay a little bit more money, you get all the M-lock, which I think, like, I hate proprietary systems in general. So, I mean, I considered it, but at the same time, my precision rifles, you never put anything on the side very often anyway. And this one has a QD built into the chassis, so I didn't need to put one of those on. But I think M-lock is the way to go if you're going to make a chassis, right? Might as well just put it on.
But there's no other option, right? Unless you've got this huge ecosystem you're dragging.
Exactly. Unless you want to be proprietary and make it difficult for people, then.
Yeah, someone like Accuracy International is going to create a complete suite of accessories, but that's a different ball game again.
Yeah.
Someone wrote it. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Oh, I was just going to say, I can't see who it was, but a Facebook user wrote Lucas, which I know is Lucas Compton, had an entire weight kit to try and balance the Matrix, and it was still rear heavy. So that's the reason why I didn't go for it.
Yeah, that's who had it. He has the one in burnt bronze.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice color. That's a gorgeous color.
It's a nice
burnt
rifle.
bronze.
It's funny. I remember. Geez, what did he have? He showed up with like a brand new.
It was an LRP. It was a 457 LRP.
He had a brand new LRP, and like he was just getting in. He had an IBI barrel on it.
Yeah.
It was still like a, I don't know, with the barrel, $2,000 probably. And then like the next time I see him, he's like,
See, now we shouldn't be talking about Lucas like that. He might not appreciate us outing him like that.
Oh yeah, well, I was just gonna say, and then Matt goes and does the same thing.
Yeah, well, great minds think alike, right, Lucas?
I'm just gonna run over him with this one because so he just goes, he gets all psyched up with his new Cerakote paint job. I don't even know how much that cost, but it was pretty slick looking.
And I got an IBI barrel,
like two and an IBI barrel, which I don't think has come in yet.
It has.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, he's got this freaking new voodoo.
So Matt, could we use you as a case study?
Yeah, for sure.
What was your road to that decision?
Okay, actually, I explained this in my update video, but I'll give you a nutshell version. So essentially, when we had all our matches canceled for those May and June, the 2 months, I was like, I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of breathe new life into the 457. So I did that. I sent out my ACC to get Cerakoted. I was talking to Ryan for the new barrel. And then everything was coming together. And then I started looking at voodoos. And then I talked to Tom at Go Big. And then he had the exact voodoo I wanted and the MPA chassis I wanted. So I just jumped on it. Because I heard people wait months for voodoos. Like once you order one, if you order a specific configuration you want, you can wait quite a while. So I jumped on it when I could. And now I have both. So
who's going
I still plan. I still plan to shoot the 457. I'm going to do a bunch of testing for it. I have my MTR barrel still, so we're going to do some after I get a bunch of rounds down the pipe, like at least a brick and a half. I'm going to start testing the IBI.
That IBI barrel you got is just a 16 twist, 1/16.
Yeah, so it's a 1/16-inch twist, 21-inch, and Calfee 4 chamber. So it's basically the same as the old IBI I had, just slightly shorter.
Is that the standard, or you got a custom length?
I got a custom length.
Okay, never mind.
How did you determine your custom length? Was it functional or?
It was functional because I had it threaded for this barrel tuner, and I took the length of this barrel tuner into account when I decided on the length.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you
then
just want you wanted the right stick out.
Yeah, I wanted the right stick out of the ACC chassis.
Okay.
Yeah.
John, I got a question.
Let you put a magneto speed on as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I kind of want to get a barrel for the only reason of helping the balance without adding a bunch of weight. And obviously, like my guy's the only one that's good.
You're adding weight in your barrel.
Yeah,
right,
no,
but
I don't add weight. I'm not adding a bunch of weight. So because it's further forward, I don't have to add as much.
Gotcha.
Right? So Kevin, you're gonna ask for a 26-inch barrel now, right?
No, I'm gonna ask John. What's the difference between a 24 and a 26? Or no, let me go more extreme. What's the difference between a 20 and a 26?
The 26 is going to have slightly lower velocity.
Okay.
If you're going to be running like SK and Lapua, that difference will be bigger than if you're running something like Ely. And yeah, Steven says 6 inches.
Thank you. I appreciate that answer.
Wait, John.
I would have had. Just so you guys know, I would have had to pull my calculator out to make that calculation.
Wait, John, what you just said makes no sense because SK is so much more oily. It should retain its velocity in a barrel better because it's so oily, right?
Sure. It has to do with the burn rate of the powder, I expect.
Okay, so what about 24? Does that would it slower? Same?
It'd be very similar to 26. Basically,
okay.
I have not cut my barrel yet. I would like to get the 1 and 12 and shoot them side by side. I have a good rig, then I can turn my Rimex into a cutter. But I have accumulated quite.
let's just dwell on that for a moment, okay, John? there are people out there going, "What the heck are you doing, John? Come on, man! I'm gonna turn into a cutter,
You
like
have
a reject."
Pardon?
You have 26 on the Rimex, and what are you shooting from it? Like, what are you shooting in it? What have you shot? In terms of, let's say
SK. I've shot pistol match, rifle match.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on rifle match just because I know it so well. I had a rifle match out of the 26-inch barrel.
Yeah.
What are you getting in terms of velocity?
1030. That's my guess.
Temperature.
25C.
Yeah. Give me ambient. So like 20, 25.
Oh, just give me a second here.
I'm going to guess it's 1,032 feet per second. That's my guess.
I'm going to get 1,045.
No,
Price
it's going to be slower. What is it?
49.
Oh,
that's a good velocity.
That's not bad. That's not bad, John.
Yeah. So I have accumulated quite a lot of data from other people, and I've spoke with other people that have done the very same test that I am doing. And this thing about velocity loss is overstated. In colder temperatures, you will see a greater difference with barrel length if you're particularly with the SK and the Lapua, which is your most common long-range used ammo. But you do not have as much velocity loss as people think up to 26 inches. And mathematically at 26 inches, your pressure behind the bullet and your friction should match with Ely. And that there's scientific tests been done on that. That's not just hearsay. With Lapua, I'm not sure at what length that balance is because no one's done the tests.
So for Ellie, if I interpret that right, the perfect length to get the maximum velocity is 26 inch.
From about 21 inches to 26 inches, you're going to have very similar
Very
velocity.
similar. And
At 27, it's going to be
more
dropping.
friction is going to start to slow down.
Yeah, but also with SK, you're going to have similar results. Like your longer barrel is going to have similar velocities within differences of lot numbers in velocity.
Kevin.
And are you getting between a 20 and a 26, all other things equal, are you getting more spin out of the bullet? Or it's already done at that point 1.5 revolutions, it's at full spin?
Yeah, there's no difference in that factor.
Okay.
Now,
Wait, Kevin, are you asking because you're considering a 26-inch for your CZ?
Yeah, if there's no disadvantage, I wouldn't.
But keep in mind, because the CZ heavy barrel is still thinner than the Rimx heavy barrel. So in terms of how much weight you're gaining out front, it's substantially less than John's barrel still.
But Kevin can get it spun in whatever diameter he wants, though.
I was thinking getting like a big girthy, you know?
Yeah.
Like a inch thicker.
I don't know of anyone that runs more than 0.95. And
that's what I was gonna do. Like run an inch.
They're gonna call it the pepperoni.
Yeah.
The sausage.
The Schneider. The Schneider with a schnoobel.
I actually know of a guy that has his done up as a hot dog, complete with mustard trail and ketchup on the hot dog.
It's you know what it's called? It's called a full schnoobel.
Yeah.
It's a full schnoobel.
I was still blown away at the schnoobel story. Like he's like, it's called the Olympic schnoobel or whatever it is. I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, like is that like a thing that Olympians use? Is that like, you know, if I look at biathlon shooters, that's what they have. They have the schnoobel. Like it's a German thing, right? No. No, like
it actually comes from a German word that it basically means muzzle. But anyway. Yeah.
But he just screwed it up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and then they marketed it, you know.
Yeah. I think it's kind of awesome.
I thought it was quite entertaining.
I'm gonna go to Wikipedia and check it out.
No, the schnoobel doesn't exist.
Right. Well, I'm gonna create the page.
The IBI Schnoobel page.
The schnoobel.
Yeah. So John, what barrel profile do you have on your Rimx right now?
I have a heavy Palma.
Okay.
Nice.
And personally, I would have gone heavier. So
take a straight.
We can go down the whole line about 26-inch shoots better or worse than 22-inch and all that. And there's also like your velocity spreads to consider. Do you get better extreme spreads and everything with different lengths? But throw all of that aside. A 1 in 16 versus a 1 in 12. If the 1 in 12 is shooting 50% better, it doesn't matter if you can't hold it off the barricade. And a balanced rifle is by far going to give you more gains than simply more accuracy. So to me personally, I want the long barrel. I want the heavy long barrel to get my balance. Because at 200 yards at 300 yards, I got a 12-inch plate, and barring wind conditions, I can shoot, 50 rounds and hit that 12-inch plate. Like, if I miss, it's wind related, but on a calm day, it's boring, and I can do that standing, kneeling, prone. It doesn't matter, but I could not do that without a perfectly balanced rifle.
So that's a question I've got.
Paranoid about that.
So with the weight in the barrel versus weight in the chassis, you've got the low polar moment of inertia and the high polar or higher polar moment of inertia. Does that matter from a transitional aspect?
So what are you talking about there with polar moments of inertia? Like I've heard those terms before in engineering.
So if you hold the bucket in close to you and you spin, it's easy to spin. But if you hold the bucket out and try to spin, it's harder, right? But once it gets going, it keeps going.
Yeah, and that would be a factor, except for in order to balance a short-barreled rifle, you need a lot more weight. So with my heavy Palma, I have 4 internal weights in, 1 external pair out at the front, and 1 in the middle, and it balances about perfect.
Where are you balanced? 3 inches forward, 2 inches.
Second M lock.
So about 1.5 inches.
Yeah, so if I lay a game changer down, I'm on a pipe. I'm not quite balanced.
Yeah, you're still a little rear heavy.
Yeah, I got the aluminum butt plate in as well.
Okay.
So I would definitely think at least a 1 inch straight. If you could do an 1.25 inch straight taper, like Steven said there, you probably wouldn't need 26 inches. 24 inches would probably do it.
So what's the max diameter an ACC can hold?
You can run 135,
huge.
I believe.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
They can have an ACC triple XL for you big
Kevin,
guys.
if you order that barrel, your barrel is going to be wider than your action or your receiver.
Yeah,
it's gonna look so funny.
I wasn't gonna go with a crazy one. I was just gonna go with like whatever standard he does.
Yeah,
just
0.9, 0.92, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not about to make people rewrite the wheel here. I'm all about standardization. So.
But John,
you kind of left that.
John, if balance is so important to you, then once you cut the barrel for testing, would you purchase another long one for your normal usage and matches then?
Well, that's why I want to have the second rifle set up first.
Well, you can if you just do a bevel, you can weld it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
just
say
JB weld it.
Testing and I'm done. I'm at 22 inches. There would have to be significant gains at 22 inches to be worth it to me for a PRS game. If we're talking ELR, prone, it doesn't matter, and the 22 inch is significantly better, then absolutely. But the PRS thing is a positional game. It's not a rifle precision game.
Right.
So in that case, yes, I would want to have my long barrel back. But at that point, what I want to know is the 1 in 12 where I want to go with it, or do I want my 1 in 16 back, right? And going by everyone's that I know of who has messed with fast twist, I fully expect to end up with a 1 in 12.
Right. Why wouldn't you add just kind of like a tungsten barrel tuner to it?
That would, or like some guys have done brass.
Yeah.
Yes, like a heavy
uranium.
Yeah.
Depleted uranium.
That's heavy.
Yeah, just walk around some battlefields and get some depleted uranium shells.
Yeah.
That is a very valid way to do it as well, I believe. So like the tuna can, that's a chunk of weight you're adding up there, right? So currently, you have a 20-inch barrel mat?
Yeah, it's 20 inch with a tuna can. The reason why I have the tuna can on there right now is almost all for balance. I haven't even really played around with it, like fine tuning or whatever. It's just more for balance right now.
How much weight do you think you'll need, Matt? You're not balanced now. You have no weights in there?
No, I don't have any weights in it, but it's balanced right in front of the mag well, about where my ACC is. So it's not a few inches off. Like I'd need a lot more weight to do that, but it's not anything different than what I'm used to already. So
yeah,
interesting.
I think it was rear heavy than that. It's just behind the mag well.
No, I actually tested it today or yesterday side by side with the ACC. I was running dry fire drills with both of them, and they're both right in front of the mag well now. So
right in front.
Yeah. Know what? It might be with the aluminum mags, because the aluminum mags for the Voodoo are super heavy. So that's
whenever I tested it at the range last time, and it was definitely
yeah.
And I would have, going back to my balancing, I would have done my test with the mag in, Kevin. A loaded mag. I cannot balance on a pipe, but it works excellent on any flat surface.
You can't, with a loaded mag, you cannot balance on the pipe, but
with a game changer.
Yeah. With a loaded,
just like if I ram it into the bag, I can.
Well, another way you can add weight is you can lathe a steel sunshade for your scope.
Or just
that thing would have to be so heavy because it's so close to the center of mass.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Just JB weld the double stack exterior weight.
So actually, speaking of double stacking, my neighbor Edwin, he's got a CNC set up, and that's something I suggested he should make, is allowing us to double stack weights on an ACC.
Yeah.
Because especially with the 22s and short barrels, it's very difficult to get a balance that's perfect.
Just is ridiculous.
Just smell a dovetail on and set screw. He could do that. I didn't know Edwin was your neighbor.
Oh yeah, we talk on occasion.
That is a very
We got
handy
a
neighbor
couple.
to have.
We got a couple other things up our
I'm
sleeve.
sure-
We're
sure
all
you
very
do.
busy, but anyway, yeah.
Gotta have your hobbies, man.
We'll
Gotta
leave it at that.
keeps you sane. So
Yeah.
Matt, is there a weight difference between your 360 and your 457 balanced?
Yeah, my Voodoo is actually substantially heavier because you have to keep in mind it has a center fire size action and barrel, which is a lot beefier than the 457. So the barrel action itself is already a lot heavier. My Voodoo is sitting in at just over 17 and a half pounds, and my ACC with 2 internal weights. I took the external ones off, so it's about 15 and a half now, 16, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most rigs are running around 17 pounds on average, right?
Yeah, I would say that's for a well balanced rig. It's probably about 17 to 20 pounds or so, but it gets tiring.
That's the advantage of a stock, Robert. But I think you should
I know, Robert. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
See,
But-
here's the thing: is I don't know if you guys know anything about conspiracy theories, but the burning of the Twin Towers is one of them. You know, there's a lot about there's the moon landing. You know, there's COVID,
The lizard people.
and then there's the most important conspiracy is that aluminum stocks are actually invented by the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Hear me out, okay? There is nanobots in the aluminum, steel nanobots, but they're masked as aluminum, and eventually they're going to go into your mind and take you over. So Robert Gordon is the only one out of all of them, basically, who is not going to be taken over by the Illuminati due to the aluminum chassis.
Well, do you know who's at the head of the Illuminati? It's Robert Gordon, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the ultimate conspiracy theory.
So speaking of stocks and chassis, I actually considered putting the Voodoo in a Manners stock and the
Yes.
PR1 or whatever.
Yeah,
I love the aesthetics of stock.
Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah,
But
the
they're
looks.
so expensive. It's almost $2,000 for a
Yeah.
Manners stock, and you probably have to bed it, and do all this stuff to
Yeah.
it, and put an Arca rail on it. Like it doesn't come with
Yeah.
all
That's something I don't understand with the Manners, and I don't know if Macmillan is the same. It's like you're paying $2,000. Like, how come it's not like? It just has to be.
Depending which one you get.
I thought they have an aluminum core.
There
Some,
is.
they have one now.
Okay,
They have a version with what they call a mini chassis, which
mini
is
chassis.
essentially-
That's where you don't have
it's
to
essentially just a bedding system, so you don't have to bed that. But I think that's Manners. I don't know about Macmillan, but yeah, they're so expensive. Like, granted, they're really good products, and people obviously really like them.
It's like carbon fiber bicycles, right? Someone's got to do the layups.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone's got. But
Yeah,
is
because
there
they're all
profit?
fiberglass.
Is there profit in there? Yeah, there's profit in there. but it's not like you injection mold it, right? It's not like you're making.
Yeah. But they look
Tupperwares or
nice.
garbage
Those
cans.
Manners
They're
look
nice.
really nice.
I still want one. I would still want one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'd get one in the carbon fiber, you'd actually be able to balance a rig quite light.
Yeah.
And you start getting into hunting and stuff, I think they have a real
Hey, what are those
advantage.
What are those J. Allen Enterprise chassis? How do they balance?
Uh,
I know they're not the budget models, but they're heavy
they
as
look
well,
nice
right?
too. Yeah, they're heavy.
They're heavy, right? They're on that side. They're like the strike nukes.
You know what? They remind me of like a sports car biathlon, like leather jacket stock. Like,
What?
you know, like
What
those,
does that mean? What did you just say?
I know what you mean.
It's like he was gonna say dominatrix in there somewhere.
I think I heard John just say, "I know what you mean." First of all, so he understands it. Okay, it's like
Okay, explain it.
You see those guys that wear those like leather jackets that are all like, you know, to shoot in, and it's like all tricked out, and they got all like these colors. It's leather, and it's all this. It's like when I see the first time I saw the J.A. Allen or whatever, the first thing I can think about was the NC Star stock for an M14.
NC Star.
Not an NC Star, but like it's an M14 stock. It looks like it's like some. I can't remember this.
So here's what I did. I just Googled shooting jacket rifle. and this is what comes up.
Yeah, okay, that's what comes up, right?
That's what that's what I think of.
Well, this is what you're thinking of.
the J.
Wait, before we go, isn't this what Kevin used to win the the Palmerston match was in one of these chassis?
Yeah.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're extremely adjustable, and everyone that I know who's run one says they're incredibly comfortable.
Now, okay,
Yeah,
but
I've never you set it up to you, and it's the way to go. But I've never had one set up to me, so I don't know.
Rick, the next thing you have to do here is just type in Blue J Allen or J A Allen or however it is.
JAE-700 blue. Yeah.
Blue, and then put a side by side. I don't know if you can even do that, but yeah.
Yeah, the
Hey, they
foundation.
look good. I like the look of them. I think they look
No,
pretty snazzy.
they're nice, but they that's what they make me think of. It's like a sports car,
Are you saying the ACC isn't a sports car? What is the ACC?
No, the ACC's come on, it's the nanobots, the Illuminati nanobots.
Just getting back to Steven's got a comment about sticking loose birdshot in there. Steven, hot melt glue. Just dribble it in there. Just get them balanced where you want them, and just dribble some hot melt glue in there, and it'll stabilize those bird shots. Unless you're doing like a dead blow hammer out of your rifle.
Let him rattle. We want him annoyed. We want him off his mental game. Just a little bit.
Just get him off his mental game. Just start the timer, man.
But we all have to deal with that too.
Yeah, sorry, Steven.
Tony says I have a picture here of the JE or the J, I guess, 700 rifle chassis in ODG. That thing is sick.
Hey, share it, man. Share it.
I don't even know how to share my screen.
You can just click share screen.
Well, it's basically the same thing as Kevin was showing, just in ODG, which is my favorite color. So.
Well, Thomas is gonna accuse you of being a poser.
Did you hear, or did you see what Tony wrote? He said Kevin making fun of sports cars and looking stocks, shoots looking like a NASCAR.
I wasn't making fun of it. I was saying that's what it makes me think of. But yeah, okay.
Right.
True, yeah.
Good for Tony. Yeah.
Tony, we should get Tony on.
Yeah, actually, Tony
he said we should get Robert on because he won the last match, which is a good idea. So there you go, Tony. The key is win a match.
Yeah, I agree. We should get Robert Gordon on because he's very opinionated and he's also a centerfire guy. So we should get Robert Gordon on for sure.
He's got some really good opinions,
Yeah.
He thinks his stuff through.
Yes,
he does.
Yeah, he's meticulous and he knows his stuff. So we should definitely get.
All right, we'll get him on the next hangout. Yeah, I'd like to get deeper into Robert's brain, man. That would be an insane ride.
My girlfriend just walked in, and she's like in the kitchen, and she just heard you say, "I'd like to get deeper into Robert's brain." I don't know what you think about that.
It's not what I meant. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wait,
she said that's
She's wondering what kind of podcast this is now.
Yeah, that's right.
We're trying to make ends meet here.
Yeah, $20 is $20. Don't judge.
Yeah. Hey, John, what have you been up to, man? You've been very quiet there. I know you got projects going on. What's the last thing you shot, and why did you shoot it?
Who's talking to who?
I'm talking to you, John. What was the last?
I wasn't listening.
I know. That's why I'm calling you out. What was the last thing you shot, John, and why?
I guess the second last thing was a skunk, but does that count?
Yeah, we know why.
Yeah,
it counts.
It's in my wife's garden.
Hey, if you shoot a skunk in the stink pack or whatever, does it smell bad?
It's the stink sack.
The stink sack. Sorry, if you shoot a skunk in where they keep a stink, does it smell really bad?
Yes.
Yeah. You ever run over a skunk, man?
There's only one way to neutralize a skunk without any aftermath or spine. You have to shut the nerve system down. Anything that's less than instant, and if they let loose, they're gonna kill all the grass. Yeah. Nice. So in other words, my 22. That was the last thing I shot. The Rimex.
Nice. Did you turn on the illumination for that?
Yeah. No, I got a Minox ZT5.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh wow. This skunk went out right.
Yeah.
If I was going to go, it would be the hands of John with a Rimex and a ZP5.
Oh, and I should mention, I was practicing my mover stage while this happened too.
Nice.
How'd you get him to keep going back and forth?
Was it on a leash? Did you have the skunk on a leash?
Was it a 1.5 mil lead? Oh man, that's awesome.
But the last time I would have actually been shooting at steel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Getting ready for I don't know what, I guess.
Tony,
You're
you
coming to the NRS, aren't you?
Yes, I'll be up there Saturday.
Nice.
Tony, even if you don't win, we get you on the podcast too. Not just for Robert Gordon. And then you can come and tell us how you didn't win.
No, that'll be focusing on
You
negative.
you learn more from your mistakes and your losses and your wins. You know, what would you do differently, right?
I saw Tony today installing a new Vortex Strike Eagle onto his 1022.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Wait,
Sorry, who'd you say, Tony or Thomas?
Tony.
Huh.
Yeah.
because he couldn't get the JB weld off the other scope.
No, that's staying on his center fire, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh man.
I'd like to, but it will have to be one that goes back and forth. I'm not sure I'll get one made. That's for the guy wondering about the skunk stage.
Oh yeah. So so I know that John at Guangzhou
Yeah,
is working on his mover.
Yeah.
He's
I'm gonna
saying
wait.
he's saying it's getting there,
Okay.
but it's not there yet because he's changing how it's powered.
Oh yeah.
So he's up to that next level. So we could probably get
wait till it works good.
It'd be cool to have two movers, right? You got to engage that one so you hit it 3 times, then you switch to the fast mover.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, man.
Slow one at 100 yards, fast one at 200 yards.
Or super fast, or super fast at 50 because you got to traverse more.
We should have a Texas Star type target at distance.
I have been trying to figure out how to reset a Texas Star
I guess that's
remotely.
right.
Like a spring-loaded flapper with solenoids could work.
But it wouldn't rotate.
A Texas Star in 22 would be
could.
freaking tough.
I mean, no, the targets would be big, but it
You
would
got
be
disco
cool 'cause it
lights
would
that
do
rotate all the time. You know, Ferris wheels rotate, man.
Yeah, you'd have to have a powered rotation, I guess.
We could do this, John. We could do this.
Wait, I know, John. John, you should just stick a target onto each of the blades on that wind turbine, and then we can just shoot that.
That thing would be moving like at 150 miles an hour.
Is it that fast? I don't think so.
The tips of the blades?
No,
Tips of the blades are-
that's not a full-size turbine. It's
No,
a big
I don't know.
Full size.
Is it?
It's just in the
It's
distance, Kevin.
No,
Oh,
no,
is it?
it's not.
It's not. It's like a half size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only 75 miles per hour.
That would be so fun.
Does that work? Is that how it works?
No,
guess so.
I haven't done the math.
Yeah, the RPM is faster. Like your
Yeah.
tip speed is actually probably similar.
No. Your tip speed is directly proportional to how far it is away.
Yeah, because
Says
the
100
diameter is smaller.
The RPM is faster on this one than it is on the.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Understood. Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes between 120 and 180 miles per hour.
I haven't been shooting at it recently, so I can't say.
I haven't been measuring it through your reticle.
Oh, I do have a suggestion though, Rick, or any match director. So I've been watching I've always been watching a lot of center fire PRS matches, especially in the States. Yeah. They get helicopters to come, and you can shoot out of the helicopter from one stage. I think we need to get one of those.
Okay, Matt. We're talking one specific match. Talk to MDT. They're the guys putting the bill for that thing.
It's true. Yeah, it's an MDT helicopter. They have like the MDT flag on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that video. It was cool.
And all we get our hats. I'm just kidding, MDT. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. Would that even be legal in Canada because it's shooting from a vehicle?
Oh, right.
Like it would have to be a military or a police sanctioned event.
Perfect.
Basically,
So now we're on to something here. So if we can get range control to authorize,
yeah,
But
it would
first-
no chance.
so I know a couple of guys that could probably make this happen,
In
but we can
Canada-
never talk. Well, we can never talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
And we could never afford it either. Andre makes a good point. He says the matches that have the helicopter probably cost like $300 to register for, which makes sense. You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know, man.
I forget if Coltac did this year, but there's 3 sponsors
JC
for
Steel.
the
wasn't it?
ammo. JC Steel does the match. MDT was the helicopter. They had ammo and they had rifle sponsor. And your but it's a not like your stage doesn't count for points or anything. It's just for fun,
Yeah, yeah.
which is the right way to do it for something like that.
So we should
for
do, because it's Canada, we should do like on a snowmobile. Just get on a sled.
That'd be so
Right?
dangerous. I don't even want to.
For sure. But that's Canadian, right? Just get on a sled and go.
You'd have to have a jump in there yet too, Rick.
Yeah, and the sled has to be pulled by a dozen geese.
I mean, okay, so all of these things are definitely not going to happen. But
Well, wait a minute.
in terms of positions, and what about like it'd be a rigid swing, but where it has a single pivot point here, and then it just swings back and forth this way, but it's
Yeah.
rigid, so it's not like swinging on a on a chain, so it's going all over the place. But at least that way, you actually have to. I don't know. That'd be at least you can.
So you're kind of like the boat, but you're sitting instead, and it's
you'd be like sitting basically, and you have maybe stuff a little like some carpenter has to put it together.
Well, no, you just buy one of those kid swings.
No, but that's
you've
on
got-
rope, so it's going to be way too unstable.
No, you've got the steel tube ones,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah,
you know the
yes,
ones,
Yeah.
steel
That's
tube
something
ones,
like that. I think that would be
and then you just pick it up to a certain height, and then you let it go, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. It would be a standardized
Wait, so is this an offhand stage though? You're shooting offhand off a swing?
No, you can definitely get some with.
I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do it, man.
No. Okay.
Well, here's
Like
another question. Someone
the arc, you'd have to have it on an 80-foot arm so that you're not moving 1 foot off the ground all the time, end
get
to
it,
end, right?
metronome.
Get a giant metronome, Steve. That's right.
That's basically what it is. That's kind of what I was envisioning here. Is like
Someone recently posted I don't know if it was in the CRPS group, but on Facebook they posted it was like basically the boat with a floating chair on top of the boat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Right.
photo.
Yeah, so it's like a double
That was-
boat, but
That was in Europe somewhere, right? It was
Yeah,
a European
I think
event.
so. It won't happen. It won't happen in my stage. I absolutely hate gimmicky stages.
That's a gimmicky stage.
Yeah.
It is a bit gimmicky.
That's a Rick stage. It's not that's a Rick match, not a John match. John's far too cerebral for that kind of stuff.
You know what? Here's a stage that I still think hasn't been done, and I
Never been done before.
No, it's been done, but it hasn't been done in a CRPS. We tried it once. Rick tried it way in the beginning there, where you had slots, 45 degree,
Oh yeah,
90 degree. That's not going to
No.
work. It just doesn't work. But
People don't know how to shoot it.
no, it's because why would I shoot it sideways when my scope can see it straight through? Like,
Well, no, those slits are now 3/4 of an inch.
oh, okay. Well, anyway, that actually sounds quite good. I know.
Yeah,
I
but
shoot it.
80% of the people won't know what they're doing,
no, definitely not.
even
'cause
if I tell them ahead of time.
it's tough. Like
Actually,
You're like,
for those
Yeah, but-
stages, I specifically practiced shooting at a 45-degree angle. And I was
Yeah.
like, where the hell does my bullet go? It's like, oh, okay. But no, the long range shooters of Utah does this one. It's pretty slick actually. It's like you have to move between positions, or maybe you're in the same position, but you're shooting through like a quarter-inch slot. Right? That's all you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a
The
quarter,
loophole.
maybe 1 inch. Like it's enough to shove your barrel through, and that's it. That's all
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah,
Okay, but
we
it's
had
definitely
that.
not a quarter inch. That's
No, I changed my. I think it's about an inch.
So that was planned for the Val Cartier match that got snowed out. That was in the afternoon. We basically had 2 Coroplast panels,
Yeah.
6 feet away,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you have to move to see target 1 versus target
You don't
2.
stuff your
that's
barrel
cool.
through it.
No, you have to physically move and relocate.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
that. I still think I wish there was a stage like that. 'Cause
For sure.
It's so uncommon, and I've never experienced it.
It will come. Actually, it might be time to bring the 45-degree back, because now we've got 3 years of experience, right? So there's the core group of shooters has moved along. It's based on the number of high-end optics and rifles we see.
But you would have to tell people to practice for it.
Oh yeah,
No. Well, yeah. There's no doubt you have to, because otherwise people are going to be all over the map.
No,
I can
Andre
see
says,
90
shoot the board
degree.
stage DQ. No
I can
DQ.
see-
Just bragging rights. You get to sign it after, Andre.
You get to sign the fact that you shot the board.
Yeah.
What do you say, John?
I can see 90 degrees because that's something you could mathematically easily do. 45 would be a little bit trickier.
No,
90
45
degrees hard, man.
is to practice in like
We're going to see how well your action cycles when it's tilted like that.
yeah.
So my Rimex that dribbles out isn't. I guess I just gotta work out a little bit more. Is what John's gonna say.
Yeah,
Right?
you gotta activate. Oh, it's funny. That's a funny comment that Tony had.
Tony?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Don't worry. I'm prepared. If ever that happens, I've got broomstick, which I'm gonna basically cut off my tripod legs and stick some broomsticks in there, and then tape them down. So that's like my let me give you a scenario. If you show up and you're like, oh, new rule effective today, I'm literally going to take a jigsaw, a hacksaw, cut off my $400 tripod legs, and then stuck them in the garbage. I'm going to stick some broomsticks in there.
So let's clarify that deploy on the clock thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of levels. So the way we've always been working is your tripod goes up with you, and then you shoot it, right? You can't pre-stage it. That's always been the way.
That's right. But it can be open. It can be fully deployed.
Yeah, it can be open. It can be fully set up. But you just have to bring it with you. And then
the reason why Tony I think is saying this is because in the last NRS match they were very specific in that it had to be collapsed all the way.
Yeah, except they got rid of that stage. And
did they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they didn't even. No, they got rid of that requirement.
Okay.
Like often. And I think it's the same thing in some PRS stages. Is that I don't know if all PRS like rules say this, but definitely some stages say you must have your tripod in a fully collapsed position, as collapsed as possible. So,
but you also got like 5 to 9 minutes to run that stage, though. Typical field match. You got
the point is if you have a tripod that is permanently open and not collapsible, aka get 3 broomsticks, put them together, and make yourself like a reef knot at the top, or like a hitch of some sort, and then you're done. Like there you go.
Yeah. So that's the new Kevin tripod, fast deployed tripod.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the. That's basically like a that's a cheap way I can just make something if I need.
You need that sucker spring loaded, pops up like an umbrella.
No, because you know what I mean. It just be a permanently open tripod. Like why do I care? I only want it open anyways. You know, and then if you make yourself like a hitch wrap there, it's slipping my mind, like a fence hitch, you know, then it still has some flexibility. It's perfect. But more specifically to that question, as soon as the discussion started, I think they're called 2 vets. 2 vets make a quick deploy tripod. It's I want to say it's like, I don't know, probably 30 inches long. And it's a single ratchet, and then it basically deploys to another 30 inches. So it's like a 5-foot tripod, or maybe like a 6
spring loaded. It's like a giant Harris bipod.
No. It's instead of having 2 joints, you have a single joint. So to deploy your tripod, you have half as much like turning to do.
Yeah, I only need to deploy one stage though, Kevin. I'm not like John.
Sorry, that went over my head. I'm not even sure what you said.
I was going to say something about quality of food, but
I'm short. I don't need all 3 segments deployed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you don't need all 3 segments either. And
what? It's got 3 segments.
all this no tripod talk. It's like, man, like don't tell me you're gonna get rid of tripods, because honestly, here's the reality: is tripods
I practice with them so much because I can use them. You get rid of tripods, now I have to go practice without my fucking tripod. Sorry for swearing. Right? And then
Are you passionate about this, Kevin?
I gotta learn my. I'm really sorry about that.
Drop the F-bomb.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, you see this red neck right here, kids?
So do I have to put like explicit content now?
Yeah, it's not PG anymore. It's PG-13.
Okay, I really
Way to
apologize.
go, Kevin.
You can
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for ruining it for all of us.
I really
it shows he's passionate about tripods. That's what it shows.
The point I'm trying to say is it saves me a lot of time because now I can focus on working a full day and then only shooting once every 2 weeks, once a week, and I can still do good. Anyways.
Yeah. Tripods aren't going away. Deploying on the clock that's a separate series rule.
Yeah.
You bring all your gear to the line however way you want it. Yeah,
I think depending on the stage, that it's a valid thing to bring up because some stages are very difficult without a tripod and then extremely easy with a tripod. So in a case like that, if it's deploy on the clock, you look at it, it's like, yeah, I got the time. I can do this. I can move a tripod fast, and you got your hits. Whereas the next guy's like, no, I don't have the time to do this. I'm gonna have to just shoot as is. And maybe with the tripod, you don't get your last 2 shots off, but you got your 6 or 8.
I don't know if I'd ever use a tripod if it had to be deployed on the clock. Like that's what is that, like a 10, 15 second penalty?
Oh, more than that. It's like 20.
More. Yeah.
At least 20 seconds. Like you've got to be. Okay.
Well, I have a question. Do the leg locks, do the twist locks have to be locked, or can they just be collapsed? Like, can you just pull the legs out and then lock them down, or do you have to unlock them and then, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
the leg lock verifiers are going to be standing beside you and showing a certain amount of torque on those locks.
I asked myself the same question because it's collapsed, right?
Yeah,
it's collapsed.
It's collapsed. You know,
you got to hold it upside down, otherwise they'll deploy.
Yeah, but it's still collapsed, right?
Hold it up, right, and then flip it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you watch Phil Faleo deploy on the clock, he's very quick. I'd say 20 seconds for sure.
Yeah.
And he has his leg all marked, right? So he knows he wants to go to X mark, and he's just boom, boom, and he's
So I guess if you practice shooting the stages in 90 seconds, then you'll be fine. Right?
Well, you think about it,
2 minutes.
With the CRPS, if we got 2-minute stages, generally speaking, you can do them in 1:30. So you have your 30 seconds to do your tripod if you really want to. Yes, that's right, Andre. But he also has a mark too. But yeah.
And he's also experienced sniper.
Yeah. Which actually that's what I've done with mine, is perfect one fist grip, shorter than what all the way out is. But yeah. I think it's doable. I'm afraid that Kevin will figure that out though too.
What's that?
He's too bad. Sorry, you missed that, man. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna edit that so you can't hear that if you play it back.
This thing about, if you can deploy.
The guy's name was Phil something.
Vallejo.
Phil Vallejo.
Vallejo.
He actually has a pretty good YouTube channel. I enjoy his stuff.
He's a Filipino.
What I was going to do is, if those rules came into play, I'm basically going to make myself a fixed tripod.
Or get the really right stuff
or just practice, Kevin. Practice,
no, it's okay. See, it really comes down to this. I like shooting because I'm decently acceptable at it, and the amount of time I invest into it is in excess of. Sorry, my performance is in excess of the amount of time that I put into it. So it's something that I'm willing to do. I stopped shooting IPSC for the reason that the amount of time that I personally would have invested out of my actual life of making money and having a job and whatever, right? It outweighed the benefit from getting like 6th, 7th, 10th place every time. So I was like, screw this. I'm not going to shoot anymore. You know, like it wasn't worth it.
And you had to reload your own 9mm.
Oh yeah. You have to reload. The amount of time that you have to put into it is not worth it. So if that time value of performance is taken away from me, then I'm just going to stop shooting. Basically.
I don't totally believe him yet.
No, that's true. Like it's not a threat. It doesn't really matter. But that's like you know, somebody once said, I can't remember who. my brother definitely believes this very much, though. He practices this a lot. He says, don't bother doing something that everybody else is good at. Do something that you can be good at relative to everyone else. So he's a mechanical, he's an aerospace engineer. He works as a mechanical engineer, and we do a lot of like piping and stuff. Nobody at our engineering firm did structural design, like steel buildings and steel construction and that kind of stuff, right? So he decided that he would become the steel guy, and he took courses and he became an expert at it, and now he's the top guy. But relative to a structural engineering firm, he's a noob. Like, he doesn't know anything. But at our firm, he is the guy. So the amount of time that he had to put into something to be a high performer is the ratio is good. So it's worth doing. But if that ratio now becomes 1-to-1, find something else to do, because you're no longer performing with the amount of time you're putting in is not worth the result you're getting. So do something else. Anyways, that's
nice.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
This is good stuff, though, Kevin. There's something in there.
Good life.
When's your next seminar, man?
Yeah. Anyways, no, it's like I'm not even lying. Like, that's truthfully.
No, seriously, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped golf. That's why I stopped IPSC.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, you did IPSC too, Rick? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe I should quit this 22 thing.
I
just like shooting precision rimfire. I think it's so much fun.
I used to like it too, but I haven't been able to do it in a while.
Yeah,
man.
No. That's what helps me keep my sanity.
Yeah. What was pretty funny was it was on the weekend. I was at the range and I was at the 50 yard. I brought my voodoo out, and there was a guy with his girlfriend, and he was like, "Oh, watch out! That thing's gonna be really loud," because he thought it was like a big center fire. and he's like, "Yeah, make sure your earphones on and everything." I take myself. Boop. He's like, "What the heck was that?"
It's a suppressor.
Yeah, you should have said, you see that thing on the barrel? That's a suppressor.
Yeah.
I had a good laugh though. They were expecting like a big bang. Nothing happened. Yeah.
When was that?
On the weekend, I guess Sunday. Yeah,
that's funny.
Good evening, Mr. Mark Giles. How are things on the island?
Mark Giles. What is that? The name sounds very familiar.
Mark Giles is the new match director of Victoria Fish and Game for ORPS.
Oh, nice. Yes.
No, not the same Mark I was thinking of. Okay.
No, definitely not. Mark, I got your event set up. I just have to email them to you. So hang on. He's having one in beginning of July. He gets on the podcast to hound me. I'm just kidding, Mark. Yeah, I guess if anybody needs to find me, just get on Wednesdays and just submit comments. Rick, where's that thing you promised me? Rick, where's that thing you promised me? Anyway.
Yeah.
So I might, if everything works out, I might swing by Magnetawan on my way back. I'll be in Toronto for a week. I'm working in Toronto next week, so on my way back, I might take a little detour up north if I can finish the job in time.
Nice.
So, yeah, that'd be sweet. Hang out. Oh, yeah, just hang out.
So that match in Magnetawan, Adam says, is going to be more like a field-styled match, and the firing line for the stages is spread over more than 1 kilometer. So there's a bit of hiking.
Nice.
Which I think is pretty awesome.
Is he running it like a field match where you got to self-support everything, or are you able to stage stuff?
So
I don't know.
Carts and stuff?
I asked him if we're allowed to go to our cars. And so I don't want to speak for Adam just in case I'm wrong, but from my understanding, it's not
your interpretation.
It's not explicitly that you're not allowed to go to your cars, but you won't have time because you're so far away from the menu.
Yeah,
exactly.
You'll have to book it,
Yeah, either that or you just have to forfeit a stage because you're running back 1 kilometer to your car, right? So it's like it's not feasible to leave stuff in your car. And he said,
I was thinking of buying one of those fat bikes, like the tires.
Yeah,
electric fat bike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get like one of those electric hunting fat bikes, and then just have a buggy behind me, and then
wait.
around the whole entire place. Yeah,
I gotta see if that exists. Electric hunting.
He also said carts and wagons are probably not usable because of the terrain and the grass is really high.
He did say that. Yeah.
So pack accordingly, essentially.
Yep.
You can get it. I googled electric hunting bike. Electric bikes for hunting. Yeah, so that exists.
Yeah, they're
top 11 hunting bikes. What the heck?
Yeah, no, it's an actual thing that exists.
Can you drag out game with this thing?
I'm pretty sure Bullseye North markets these things or sells these things.
I mean, it's got camo all over it.
I don't know that for certain. There, no, it's sold like it's marketed as a hunting.
Do you guys know what the Argos is? It's like an 8-wheel ATV.
Yeah.
Those
like
are
the oldest rolling floating bathtub.
Yeah, exactly. And you could put like a tank tread on them.
Hey, Rob, that are you Rob Longridge saying Doug Lighthearted Isa is fishing this week? Is that code for something, Rob? It's not like Godfather sleeping with the fishes. I don't know.
You can pack out game, but on your back.
Oh, up there. Yeah. We're still waiting. I sent an email to Doug at East Elgin for when they are going to be resuming events. But I'm working on another location. I've got people coming out to me saying we might be able to do X22 there, so I will keep everyone posted. Nothing's been rescheduled yet. I'm hitting up my contacts, and for one reason or another, they're are unavailable. So hopefully we'll get back on the season shortly. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, Rob. No worries. Thank you. Yeah, I completely understand. After the year, I'd be fishing too, man, this week.
So it looks like the Ottawa area is going to open up in July. Fingers crossed.
Nice.
Which would be nice because I know Chris had his maple seed, which is pretty awesome.
And he had an ORPS match there too.
Yes, yeah, it was like a weekend thing.
Yeah. If it wasn't my wedding anniversary weekend, that's probably where I'd be also.
Oh yeah, okay, solid. Yeah, and a couple guys got riflemen, which is awesome. I know. Brent got riflemen.
Yeah.
And Chris requalified. I saw a couple pictures. Looks pretty fun. I want to do another maple seed.
Jess Tischler qualified, I think.
Yes, she did.
Yes. Yeah. So it's always good to do
she was using a gray birch, I think, from the picture.
Nice.
I saw.
Yeah. Foundation.
Yeah. It's good to do 3 or 4 maple seeds because you always.
I don't know if I do 4.
Well, I mean, like you do it because they're fun.
Yeah.
After your 4th, yeah. Like for me, I did 3 apple seeds before.
Jesse got rifleman as well. Sorry, just.
Oh yeah, hey Jesse, yeah. I forgot.
Awesome.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say it in case I was mistaken.
He didn't use his Rimex. I was disappointed when I heard he wasn't using his Rimex for the rifleman.
But I always say go with the easiest semi-auto you've got because you'll learn more that way. If you're interested in the score, go semi. But if you're really interested in testing yourself,
7 in an ACC that weighs 20.
fully kitted out.
Yeah. You should be able to get a pretty good score with that too.
Jesse, was the 1022 you used like a stock Ruger 1022 or was it like a pimped out custom 1022? I want to know. Because it's a different experience, right? Shooting like one of those Woodstock $200 1022s versus like a
$200. Oh my god, where do you live in the United States? They're like $7.
I haven't bought a 1022 in such a long time.
Those things are so expensive.
It was.
You haven't bought you haven't bought a Ruger 1022 in a while.
Yeah, clearly. Like
it was Adrian's.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what it was. A Reigns means. I thought that was it's like a slang,
like a fancy company.
Oh wait, yeah. Adrian had this. That's what he used for race guns at Warrenfield. That's a pretty tricked out 1022.
Adrian or
Lashinsky.
He had a 1022 for that.
Yeah, he was rocking, or it was a 597. It was a semi-auto. It was a hot rod 597.
Oh man, Lucas. I thought Lucas had a pretty tricked out 1022.
Oh, that one was like. It was basically like a zip gun, right? It was like a tube.
Well, speaking of new tricked out guns.
Yeah, his was good.
Yeah. Adrian just got a custom Voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's in my video, but it's like Cerakoted this sick white and like geometric pattern thing. It's pretty cool.
Mags to match.
And mags to match, yeah. And
yeah. I really like the paint on the barrel. It's like a purple.
Yeah. Who's got a picture? Who's got a picture? Someone post a picture.
It is nice.
Oh,
it
man.
is a very nice color.
So the barreled action is one color, and then the ACC and his mags are another color. It looks really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Let me pull it up for you here.
Did he get a 360?
No. So apparently he was trying to wait for one, and then like the week after he ordered it, the 360 was announced or something like that.
Yeah.
So
They were
Yeah.
still letting people change orders though.
Not once
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been Cerakoted though.
yeah.
No, but he got it done at Spec Ops. Like
Oh.
Jesse said there.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Oh
that's
okay.
probably where Jesse got his CZ done too, if I'm not mistaken.
Spec
Yeah, let me
Ops.
show you his
I
rifle
gotta
here.
connect with those guys. But I deal with Max at Alpha Custom.
Yes, Maxime at Alpha Custom did my ACC. Oh,
Yeah.
I got a photo here given to me by
Alright.
Andre. Thank
Alright.
you, Andre.
Nice.
Matt is going to share this photo on a screen, and it's going to be ridiculous. Oh my god!
Power.
No, it's just gonna wait. Let it focus.
Oh man,
It's nice.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Like the barreled action is that dark red, and then you have the
Yeah.
white with the. And you can see even his magazine is Cerakoted to match.
That's
Well,
pretty
and if
slick.
you look there too, there's also a muzzle brake to attain the mad recoil of the 20.
The punishing recoil. So
Yeah.
clearly, this
Yeah.
is not a year one CRPS match you took this photo at. That's
Yeah,
all.
no, but it was
Honest, it looks like whenever I first saw that, I was like, man, whose rifle is that? That looks slick.
Yeah.
It's
And
probably
it's funny because if you watch the video I posted of the match, like most of the stages are him shooting it because Dory films the nicest looking rifle and she was just filming Adrian the entire day.
I was thinking about that, Matt. It's like, what's going on? She doesn't like you or what?
That's why Matt's got the 360 now.
Uh,
So
He's
honestly,
got to
what
step
I
up his
did-
game, you know.
What I did for that video was I showed the best performer of each stage that I had on footage for that
Okay.
stage, and Adrian was shooting very well the whole day. So props to him. Yeah, and he had a nice.
Did he podium that day?
No, he didn't podium, but he was shooting very well. Yeah.
he was close. He was like 4 or 5, I think.
yeah, the top
That's pretty
6
good.
guys in 6 points.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And given the wind conditions that day, like it's just nuts.
Yeah, Win was something else.
Yeah, it was beastly.
I in the last I think I did it on last Friday. No, it was raining. I don't know. Maybe Thursday. I can't remember. Basically, where I work right now is like 5 minutes from my personal like field range, I guess, maybe 10 minutes. So whenever it's like wicked wind, like 12, 15, 20 miles per hour, I literally just go out for like 15 minutes and just see if I can hit target and then like, what's my wind hold. And man, I think I was holding like at 200 yards a couple days ago.
2.5 mils. That's my guess.
Yeah, it was 2.5 to 3 mils.
Oof.
200 yards, like 220 yards or something. Like,
So I wasn't gonna bring this up, but since Andre and Rob both posted the comment, so Adrian was shooting really well, but the reason why he didn't end up very high is because he DQ'd a stage with an ND.
Oh no.
But it's because he has a fancy new trigger that he set to like a ridiculous pull weight.
Oh.
So after that, he realized he needs to up his pull weight a little bit. But that's the reason why he didn't end up in top
Oh
10.
no.
Yeah, it was that one stage that got him.
So listen up, kids. Lightness isn't always everything. It's about control.
Yeah, and granted, his
100%.
ND was the safest ND ever because his rifle was already pointed at the target, right? It's not like it was like in the air or something. But he pulled it off when he didn't mean to. So
No,
and he
like,
called it on
honestly,
himself.
I've
He
touched
didn't-
light triggers before. Like you can literally touch the trigger from the side, and it'll go off. It's like what? How?
Did you see the video of the guy who set his unshoot? So if he blows on it,
No,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, but no,
you
like
seen it?
no. I think the minimum trigger you should have is like a pound. You know, and the
especially
max,
for PRS shooting. Like I feel like it's almost unreasonable. Whatever. Anyway, if it's way too light and it's dangerous, I feel like it shouldn't be allowed. Almost, right?
No, I mean, yeah, the guy wasn't using it in a match. He just was able
Right.
to set it.
Okay.
Level. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I like it was floating around for a while.
Yeah.
But did he call out his own ND or
Yep.
did someone?
Yeah, no, he was good
Oh,
about it. Like as soon because I was ROing him, And as soon as he closed the bolt, I think his finger just touched the side of the trigger, like Kevin said, and he called it on himself, like safety first, right? Everyone's gonna.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, he was good about that.
I
And
got
again,
a lot
it was
of
like
respect for a guy like that does
Yep.
that, because there's a lot of
100%.
people who will argue with you, and yeah.
There was a guy last year at Magneto one that had like 3 or 4 NDs.
Oh no, you should be match DQ at that point. Honestly, like you should not be NDing that much.
Apparently, he does this regularly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is he here this time around? Because I don't feel like showing to that match.
I don't think he's ever shot a CRPS match.
Okay, interesting. I honestly feel like if you ND once, like maybe stage DQ, if it's like reasonable, right?
Yeah.
But if it's anything more than that, something's wrong. Either you're not trained enough to be on your rifle, or your rifle is malfunctioning, both which should not be in the match.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Yeah.
I seen
Agreed.
some of that like when I first was starting, so I really didn't know how to respond to it because I was new to shooting matches, and knowing what I know now, no forgiveness. If you do it twice, you're going home. I absolutely have no time for it. If you're going to argue about it, then there's a pretty good possibility you're not coming back to the match. Like if I'm personally in charge of the match and you're going to argue with me when I told you that's enough, too many NDs, you're going home. Yeah. You're not going to shoot my match again because it's not worth it. If you can't be man enough to accept that and own up to it, you're not man enough to shoot my match. It's kind of how I feel about it.
It's a dangerous situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So with him coming up and saying, he did it, like I got a lot of respect for that. And I think he should know that too.
Oh, he's solid.
Yeah, and his rifle was pointed at the target on the barricade, and as soon as the shot went off, he was just like, "Well, there's my stage."
I'd wait to hear if I hit it though. If I hit it, I'm moving on.
No, but honestly, like John said, good for him. He took it like a man. His zeros is
props, Adrian. Props, man. He's such a classy guy.
He is
such a classy guy.
How do you say his last name?
I have no idea. Lashinsky? Lashinsky?
Lashinsky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna get like a dictionary phonetic spelling here shortly. I just have a feeling. LA dash.
When I see that dictionary ways of saying it, I never understand how to use it. It's like you're making it worse.
It's harder to read it. Yeah.
There you go.
Lashinsky. There we go. There's our Salipka. Okay, so someone's going to tell me how to pronounce Salipka's last name. Hey, Lashinsky, could you help us out with Andre's last name? Two of the nicest guys on the series. Andy on the range.
Yeah, but honestly, these matches, especially with movement, I think everyone has to be on their toes with safety. It doesn't matter, especially
when you've got like a Sulipka.
Sulipka.
No,
I think that's just phonetic breakdown. It's not like 3 Sulipka.
Sulipka. Yeah.
There you go, Andre. You're Insta famous now.
That sounds like the I don't even know the dictionary spelling. I think it's called phonetic, but I don't actually know that.
Phonetic, yeah.
It's. I don't think that anybody would mispronounce his name because it's pretty close.
Yeah. Hey, we should get Andre on the podcast too because he's a left-handed shooter, which we don't have many of.
Yeah, that's true. He is. Yeah.
Yeah. And he can talk about the different barricades and how they're all favored towards right-handers and complain about it.
And then we'll all laugh at him?
Yeah, we'll all laugh at him.
Well, you know what you got to do, Andre? Is run your own match. Make them all favoring lefties. Get payback.
Actually, we've been practicing our left-handed there.
Your weak-handedness?
Yeah, our weak-handed.
Support.
Your offhand.
Support
side. Sorry, yeah, thank you.
Well, see, not offhand. Offhand means no support.
Yeah. So, sorry, yeah.
And then the support side means opposite hands. And then now we can see why it's confusing. But yeah. I haven't seen a lot lately. Now, I'm going to regret saying this because it's going to show up in the next match. Offhand, we haven't had that in a while. Like unsupported, no barricade.
Well, that's what ORPS is for, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the matter with you, Kevin?
I have no problem with it.
Also, yeah, because I haven't set up a match in a while.
Yeah.
There's always positional
And actually,
positional stage.
Thomas will always do an offhand stage as well.
Well, there was one at Battle Hill, but everyone got to use a tripod instead.
Right. Well, no, you didn't, Rick.
No,
you did it offhand.
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Okay.
Down the gully.
Oh yes, yeah.
Down the gully. I got 8 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That
Maple
was
Seed.
impressive. That was good.
He did an offhand one down the gully too. One of the matches.
I have a
I
question. Has
remember
anyone
that
ever
because I got
fallen?
people were laughing at me with my rebar Ruger.
Yeah, but do you remember?
all
Do you
this
remember the
weight.
size of the targets were like?
Well, they should
Yeah,
be
they're
if they're
big
offhand.
Huge, but it was like 50 yards, and they were like this big.
Oh, I see.
Wasn't that bad.
Has anyone fallen down the trench there?
Oh, I've gone to collect targets there twice for Ron, well, and Adam, I guess. The first time it happened to me, I learned my lesson. That's for sure. The creek that's there is like, I don't know, it's got like rock rubble, so, and it's pretty shallow. It's maybe like 2 feet, but not even like a foot. And then there's like a deep dive right in the middle. It's like 5 feet deep. Yeah. Anyways, I fell in. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. This is like a foot and a half. I'm not down to my knees, no problem. And then boom, I was completely drenched, and my phone got wet. And then,
Interesting.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
But yeah, I've fallen in, but not unsafely. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know where we're going with this.
Now we're just chit chatting, boys.
I don't know how we got on the subject, but we were talking about rifles and this and that, and it's like every now and again I have like a desire to sell every rifle in my safe other than my 22, like my single.
And then buy voodoo.
No, not buy voodoo. Just keep my.
I know. I'm just
like
teasing you.
I would sell. I'm selling like.
No, you can't. You can't because you got to have a shotgun. You got to have a 308. You got to have a 45-70. Then you got to have a 22.
How often I haven't used my shotgun in 3 years.
Yeah, but when the zombie apocalypse comes.
So when you need one, Kevin, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I've just been thinking.
You can't buy it back.
No, you're right. Yeah. And apparently, no, I can't talk about that. That's political. We won't get into.
Yeah, no politics.
No.
No. I'm staying away from that one with the 10-foot pole. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I do think about it every now and again.
Yeah, and the AR. I don't know how many of you guys have the Big Five, right? It's like if you're on a game range in South Africa, you have to watch the Big Five. But if you're a gun owner or a prepper, you have to have the Big Five: shotgun, center fire, pistol, big bore caliber 22.
What's a big bore for in survival? What are you going to do with that? Try to alert all the zombies? Like, what's that for?
It's the anti-materiel round.
Okay,
that's the one that you'll. If you don't have a shotgun, you better have a 44 or a 45-70. Actually, a 45-70 is better than a 44.
Yeah, I can't say
Marlin. Come on,
triple four Marlin. Sorry, yeah, John's the big bore. Yeah.
So I haven't shot many large calibers. Like all my center fires were 223, and the largest center fire I've ever shot is a 30-06, which is a hunting caliber. That thing kicks so hard. Like what? Why would anyone want to shoot a 30-06? It's brutal.
Yeah, 30-06 does not kick very hard.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know if it's this gun or
he must have been shooting slug rounds.
So also this was in the first 3 months I had my PAL. Like I had him the shotguns before, so granted I probably was like totally new, but I remember I was like, this isn't even enjoyable.
So it was a synthetic stock with a steel butt pad, right? It's like a 3-pound rifle. It must have been.
It must have been, yeah.
It was like
the first rifle I ever bought was a Mosin Nagant. That was I'm not even lying to you. That was the first when I got my PAL. That was the first gun I bought, and I think the first range trip. I went through 200 rounds.
Oh my gosh.
That thing kicks quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not heavy. And it's got a steel butt pad.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, look at this comment Steven wrote. He said the Cadex tremor broke one of his teeth. Is that for real? Jeez.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the tremor is the 50, I guess. The bolt action 50. Pretty sure.
Is it? I don't know what the I'm gonna
yeah, I'm almost certain that's the bolt action 50.
So your stock design, Matt, definitely does make a difference in felt recoil.
Mm.
So your synthetic stock Savages, those things are hard on you. Whereas if you got a properly set up rifle, shooting those heavy recoiling rounds, if you're not afraid of it, isn't so bad. But if you're new and then you're kind of uptight and you're afraid of it, then it's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I was new at the time, and my buddy was like, "Oh, I need a sight in my hunting rifle. Like, you should just try it a few times." I was like, "Yeah, sure, okay." I'll never forget that.
Oh, I'll come up with my 45-70.
I want to shoot a 338 Lapua because everyone talks about that caliber as if it's like the cool thing.
Just shoot Ely Force, man. It's the same feel.
I actually got to shoot at my first ever PRS match. It was in Valcartier. Valcartier, as you would say it actually. It was Cadix. Yeah, the Cadix van was there, and I got to shoot a tremor, I think, a 50 BMG tremor, and whatever their 338 Lapua Magnum is, and then their 308. I think I put like 2 rounds of each, and that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
The 338 and the 50 had suppressors on them, so like it's like quiet, you know, like it blows my mind how quiet it was. Obviously you're still wearing Air Pro, but and there's like very little, and contrary to what Steven said there, like you're behind it obviously, and like they tell you like prepare for it, it's going to be the worst thing, but suppressors have I never knew this until recently, but like they have a significant amount of muzzle blast.
Well, it's basically a break inside there, like a giant break inside a tube, right? So it kind of makes sense.
It's
you end up with a longer push because it stores up the gas in there and then it keeps expelling gas after.
So it's not so much a kick; it's more of a push, right? Like
Like a break will definitely reduce it more.
Yeah,
but imagine the blast, like on the concussion.
Forget it. You're gonna be blowing eardrums. Like
that'll clear tables.
I was it's funny you say that because all the pictures I see of the tremor have a giant break on the front of it.
I think I went partially deaf today. I was nailing in rim joists with the pass load, and the pass load was right here, like beside my ear, and I'm like bang, 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 and ringing. Yeah. So anyway.
Hey Kevin, you got to get those decibels.
Oh, the self-closing ear things.
Yes, we were on those on the crew.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
What are they called? Decibels.
I'll grab them. I buy them for the guys.
Are they cheap? Oh, they're not that.
Around $100.
Yeah, I've had a pair before. It's the ones with the red valves on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do they work? How does this work?
There's a membrane in there that if the sound is loud, it won't let as much through. The quieter sounds, you almost like there's a little bit, but you almost don't catch on they're in. But because it's a membrane that air can pass through, your ear breathes, so you don't get that plugged, sweaty ear
or the itchy ear because
yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Plugged all day, but I can run those.
Wait, can you hear like people talking to you easy with them?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Wow. They're good. I bought a pair. Oh man, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, and then I lost them, and then I never bought more. So that's probably one of it. Because I was not having a good time. You know,
So we would use them a lot, like for doing the structural steel, because we're running impacts all the time.
Yeah.
Going to lifts, we got 2 guys. You can talk, and then you're cracking with the impacts, and you don't.
Well, yeah. What's the okay? I wasn't looking when you said it. What's the brand? Deci
Bulls.
DECI.
Yeah.
BULLZ.
There you go.
I'm not sure.
I found them on Amazon Prime for $108.
Yep.
Yeah. They have different models. You have to look for the percussive.
Yeah. That's okay. Never mind. That's not the one I had. The one I had were no. That's not at all the same product. Yeah. Anyways,
because Surefire makes a product similar to this.
Yes, that's right. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and I have a pair of those, but I found they work well for like normal use, but you can't really have conversation with them easily.
Yeah, it's called the Surefire for Sonic.
So that's one thing. Like I wouldn't shoot my centerfire with a brake with these,
right,
and nothing else.
Right. Yeah.
They're not good enough for that. But I'll run them inside my ear pro, because then if you walk away from the firing line, you pop your muffs off. It's perfectly fine. and you can still talk.
Yeah.
I've been looking into those in-ear ear pro that's electronic, because I know like Caldwell makes some of those, but they're like $300. I don't know if I want to spend that much.
I'm definitely gonna. Okay, we're derailing the main conversation here and talking about work, but I guess it's somewhat.
No, it's shooting related.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get one of these like right now.
The decibels.
Yeah.
Like I buy them for all the guys.
Yeah.
When they're old and gray, I want them to still be able to talk to me.
That's right.
Or me.
They might not want to talk to you.
True. At least when I yell at them, I want them to hear.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. They have like a thing you heat them up and then it shapes to you like your ear shape or whatever.
Pretty simple. And they got a little carry case. So I carry my tool belt in a little carry case.
Nice.
So
I don't know. I've had mine now for 2-3 years. 2 years.
John, when you shoot rimfire in like a big open field like your backyard, do you even wear ear pro usually?
No. I never wear ear pro. The only time it's an issue is when when somebody's shooting something high velocity with a brake. A short barreled braked 22 is loud. But
actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I was talking to Brent.
Yeah,
he has like a 16-inch 457 that he shoots force out of, but he just made his own brake that's like a linear compensator because he's trying to eliminate the blast.
The back blast.
Yeah, so that's very courteous of him to try and do that for everyone else.
I need Brent to give me one of those linear compensators, but I want like 9 inches long with internal baffles.
You're gonna get yourself arrested there, Rick.
Sorry, what I need is an oil filter.
Yeah, no, an oil filter.
Oh no, those are like the fuel filters. Like I saw them on Wish or whatever.
Yeah,
like
it's like Wish or whatever.
It's like a fuel filter. Wait a minute, that's not a fuel filter. It's like
there was an article about a guy who tried to actually order one of those like an idiot, and it was stopped at customs, and
he got busted for it.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I think I saw that like last February or something. Yeah, no, that's
silly stuff.
Yeah, it's silly stuff. I've never tried the 3M in-ears, Dave. 3M in-ear? I didn't know Peltor had in-ears.
Yeah, actually, sorry, those are the ones I was looking at.
Thank
the electronic in-ear ones. The problem with the muffs is that when you get on your stock, it often kind of pushes up on it anyway. So if you're at the range and there's a guy with a centerfire behind you, it doesn't work.
That's interesting. $300, close to $300. Recharge with 16 hours of continuous operation, which is like a day for us. Just not bad. I'd have to have like 2 sets, so one's always charged and ready to go, because I'm always going to forget. I'm not that disciplined in life, you know? Like my stuff is everywhere, so I'd have to have a special
is the
end of day routine.
That's why I like the passive
green colored ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, those are the ones I was looking at.
Yeah, the EEP 100s.
Yeah, I do definitely agree with John on this one though. The fact that the decibels are like they don't require batteries and I got a phone. Actually that's all I have. But
aside from that, like you're way overdoing.
I will say this: my phone has to be charged. I'm not even exaggerating. Anything else that I've bought that has to be recharged, I've basically stopped using it after a month or 2. Like I don't use it anymore because it's like I gotta take, unless if it's something that is specifically required for a job, like if you got whatever drill batteries or something. Like if it's like a little gimmicky thing, like jogging ear plugs or whatever earphones. Like I've stopped using those. I've stopped using anything that's battery powered. Like rechargeable battery packs, no. For your phone, forget it. That's something I got to charge. I'm gonna forget that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Dave says they recharge while in their case. Thanks, Dave. That makes sense.
That means I got to put them in a case. I'm gonna forget the case. No, I'm not gonna use that.
Well, the other thing about paying $300 for earpieces too is that they're so small. I'm bound to lose them. Like, how many earplugs do you lose? You know what I mean? Like, it's so often.
I think I lose like 4 a day. So
I haven't lost any in 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
That's because they're $108, John. That's why.
Yeah, I took a bit of training though to always have a system. They come out of the ears, they go into their case, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a few times I had a heart attack because I thought I lost them. I was gonna have to go back to them stupid plastic things.
There's these like cheaper decibels though. They're $35. I guess those aren't passive. They don't.
That's correct.
Okay.
They're just earplugs.
Is it worth it buying one of those to test like the right, making sure
the fit will be no issue.
Okay.
Because you just heat that thing up and smoosh it around in your ear however you want. And if it doesn't feel quite right, heat it up a bit more and
yeah. Oh, okay. So it's malleable again.
Yeah.
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 And the correct term there on the website is just smoosh it around in there.
Just smoosh it around a bit until it feels good.
Yeah.
Those remind me of like the what do they call it? Like teeth guards for sport where you got to
mouth guards.
Mouth guards, yeah. I hated doing that.
That's always fall was always mouth guard season.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
Neither. I don't think I've ever. I think I tried Taekwondo for a year when I was like 11, and I had a mouth guard. Other than that, I've never had one.
That's funny. That's what I used it for was Taekwondo.
Yeah. Maria, I think I got a yellow belt. My girlfriend just discovered that I did Taekwondo when I was very.
Oh, nice.
And she didn't believe me. Like she refused to believe me. She was like, "No, wait." Like I swear to God, I remember.
There's no way you've ever done Taekwondo, Kevin. Yeah. That's what she said.
There's this one guy, I called him Big Ears. I hated him. Whenever he got to sparring, he always just went full like hand, And I was just like, man, what the hell? Like, it's not fair.
Oh, that's awesome. You're fresh meat.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Dave. I got it. Looks awesome. He sent me a picture of the Peltor EEP.
We should get some Ear Pro sponsors for the CRPS so we can test them out. And then it'll be a hygienic thing where we can't return them afterwards.
I don't know anybody in the industry. We start with 3M Peltor or decibels. Actually, you know what? I think that's perfect. Like, how many decibels have you seen on the firing line? 0.
Well, I don't really pay attention to what's stuck in people's ears, to be honest.
How many decibels? No.
I'll work on that over the winter, guys, for next season. Decibels for everybody. Actually, they sent us one. You're going to have to re-smoosh them for everybody's ears.
Oh, gross.
I go first.
Yeah, but see, it's weird because everyone has hand sanitizer now. So you just dip them in there a few times and you're good.
Dave, that would be awesome. If you don't mind doing that, we'd be happy to.
Dave is sponsored by 3M. That's awesome. I love 3M stuff. They have such cool products.
Yeah.
Like what?
Very interesting.
Like what?
They make blue tape.
Like they make blue tape. The most versatile product in the world,
Anything they make safety harnesses. They make a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 3M is like
safety gear. Oh, we don't do that here, John.
No, I don't have one of their harnesses, but I do know they make them.
I would imagine a 3M harness is mucho grande, in terms of how much.
Yeah, they make nice stuff in general. Like their stuff.
Wow. Oh, I wear the rest.
I just bought like a single roll of orange electrical tape from 3M, and I think it cost me $18. It's like, oh boy.
It wraps itself, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to color code my tools so that I don't mix them up with all the other guys.
It's called spray paint.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I
John's a very practical guy.
Yeah.
Try to be.
Yeah.
That's true. It'd be hard to remove spray paint, but
orange. John, talking about paint, how difficult was hydro dipping that ACC? Like, was that your first time hydro dipping something, or do you do it a lot?
Yeah, that was my first time dipping something for keeps.
Have you hydro dipped your sick rims on your truck?
Not my style.
It looks cool.
Would you say that was your first time hydro dipping? What?
For keeps. So I did a whole bunch of saw blades. So we go through saw blades, and I don't know. We have a garbage stack in the trailer we use for random stuff, but eventually it gets too full. So I don't know. I had 40 of them or something. So I tried a bunch of different paint mixes, water temperature.
For the purpose of this rifle.
Yeah. To test it out and see what works. What I didn't realize is when you do it on a bigger scale, the ratios didn't work out. So I got more black in it than I was hoping.
It looks cool though. It looks like a tiger stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't tell anyone what I don't like about it, nobody would ever know. But yeah. I should have gone I should have needed more light color than I did with the small samples. But yeah, it's not terribly difficult. And the thing is, if you do screw, the one thing you do is you'll get bubbles in the paint. If I don't have a perfect solution for that yet, but if your water's too cold, you get bubbles. If your water's too hot, then the paint almost cures on top, and then you'll get kind of thick, a little bit stringy. But yeah, anyway, probably won't last as long as Cerakote though, Matt.
I know. It just looked cool.
Your yellow base is just spray paint, right?
So that one I actually did the base in black.
Okay.
So my all yellow one, I just painted on top of the Cerakote, and so it's chipping off very easy. So this one, I took the Cerakote off, and then I painted a black base, and then I dipped it in a yellow-black mix.
Oh, okay.
That way, if I miss anything, it's still black. And there's a spot on the buttstock that was missed, but because of the black base, you don't notice it.
Is it a plastic dip? No, it's not a plastic dip. No,
I used Tremclad.
Okay.
Throw oil base.
Oh, like spray paint?
Spray paint. Yeah. I say Tremclad.
Oh, what you used oil-based spray paint,
or an enamel or so. Yeah.
Okay.
Just off the shelf from Home Hardware.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's very unique. I really liked it.
Yeah. Hey Matt, send me your MPA. I'll do it for you.
It's gonna come back like Hello Kitty themed with like hearts on it and stuff.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I actually joked around with Dory because we're slowly building up a 1022, and I was gonna send her chassis out to be Cerakote like pink or something, but she just won't have it. She's like, I hate pink. Like, you can't do that too. I was like, come on, like girls with pink rifles look awesome. You should just like be proud of it. But
good for her. I'm gonna stand with her on this one, Matt.
Stop perpetuating the sexist agenda there, Matt.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it. I'm just saying.
Should do a Punisher theme.
Yeah, something super
Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, gentlemen. I think this is going to be it for me here.
I think we're 2 hours in, so I think it's a good stopping point.
All right, there you go. Somebody has to do it.
So my shout out goes to my good buddy Ben Abramoff at Extreme Range Outfitters, one of the nicest guys in the business. Hardworking man. Thank you, Ben, for all your support. Looking forward to seeing you on the Western trip this year. I will stop by, say hi, check out the new store. That's my shout out. Matt, any shout outs?
My shout out is to Adam Cool for the match coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Kevin, how about you, sir?
Oh, geez, I'm always terrible at these. I end up just piggybacking off of the last guy, so I just have to stay silent. I'm sorry.
John, how about you?
I got no one on my mind today, though.
No, that's cool.
Not that I'm going to do a shout out for anyway.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on episode 18. Thanks to testroad.ca for their support of the Rimfire Nation podcast. Thank you all to our listeners and supporters for all your comments, feedback, and support through all these years and for the coming years. It's good getting to know you all, and look forward to seeing you all on the firing line. Take it easy. Stay safe.
See ya.